Hey guys, so I'm here with my first Wedding Wednesday video. I'm super excited because for those of you that don't know me, I'm actually a wedding and special events coordinator. Um, and I usually plan a lot of events and weddings and things like that for other people. But this time I get to share all of my tips and tricks with you guys as I'm actually in the process of planning my own wedding. So if you have any questions or topics that you want me to talk about specifically, feel free to leave that in the comments. If you're planning a wedding for somebody else, or if you're engaged and you're getting married, congratulations. And if you need any help, if you have any questions, just feel free to let me know. I believe my email is down in the description box. So if you have a very specific question and you don't necessarily want to leave a comment about it, or if it's specific to you and your situation, then feel free to just email me. I'm always looking to just help wherever I can. So, yeah. So a lot of things in here will be kind of the framework for a lot of DIY projects that I'm doing. Um, if you would like me to put up videos of some of the DIY stuff that I'm doing, I will definitely do that. I definitely am going to try my best to do the Wedding Wednesday every Wednesday. So hopefully I'll be able to post some of those DIYs, and just let me know in the comments what you guys are interested in. Okay, so diving right into the binder. Initially, I wanted to put our names and our date on it and all of that. Unfortunately, our date kept getting pushed around, so I didn't end up doing it. But yeah. So anything that I get from any stores or anything like that, I put it in the binder, just because it gives you the opportunity to have everything in one place, that even if it's not necessarily something that you're going to need, at least in the case that you're like, oh, like what was that about or whatever, you have it somewhere where you can look through it. And then also we've been attending a lot of bridal shows and things like that, so it also gives you the opportunity to have somewhere where you can store all of the information you pick up, or all of the information that you think is important, so that you can make use of it later. So for example, I have this, I don't know if you can read it backwards, but it says groomsmen gifts, and we got it from Men's Warehouse. So when we went to look at some tuxes and things like that, we were able to get one of these. Another thing that I have is these Polaroid, this is photo paper, and these are mailing labels. Certain things, as I said, because I'm doing a lot of DIY projects, whenever I find them, I try to pick them up in bulk. So I actually found these at the Dollar Tree, which was really, really a great deal, because Polaroid is an actual brand. It's not like it's, like a Dollar Tree brand. So I got 2 packs of the photo paper, and I got 3 packs of the mailing labels. And the reason these are really helpful, and these are actually going to save me a lot of money, is because this photo paper, for example, it's 8.5 by 11 premium glossy paper. Each pack comes with 8 sheets. So if you think about it, I'll just show you the paper. It's very good quality paper. A lot of times you might want to do something on your own, but then you can't do it, and it's not necessarily because you don't want to, but it's just because you don't really have the materials. If you go to Walgreens or CVS or wherever you get your pictures printed, to get an 8.5 by 11 photo printed, it can run you very expensive, especially depending on like the picture itself, how many you want, things like that. It can run you quite a lot. So when you find things like this at the Dollar Tree, luckily I have a photo printer at home already. It's an HP Envy 7640, and it does print extraordinarily good pictures. So when I find things like this, like photo paper at the Dollar Tree, or things like that, just anything of that nature, I definitely pick it up because it's definitely something that you can use. Another thing, as I said, that will never go to waste are these mailing labels. They're also Polaroid. Each pack comes with 240 blank labels. The reason that I got these is because when you send out invitations, when you send out save the dates, when you send out bridal shower invitations, all of those things are going to have a label on it. And whether you want to believe it or not, if you and your bridesmaids aren't sitting and basically, depending on your guest list, how long your guest list is, if you guys aren't sitting and writing out all of these invitations by hand, or if you can't find a way to print it, or whatever the case might be, it's going to be something that you're going to have to pay for. So rather than do that, I found these, as I said, at Dollar Tree. I didn't actually print on these yet. I printed on, oh yes I did. I'm just going to keep it back here because it has some of our personal information on it. But we had taken some engagement pictures, so I put that picture in the background and I was able to crop it down basically to fit on the individual labels. And then I put our mailing address and our names, just to make a simple label that we can put on invitations and anything that we're sending out, basically. Things like stationery, usually a lot of people don't actually budget in, and it can get extremely, extremely expensive if you're not prepared for it. So next I have a bunch of random papers at the top. Okay, so next what I have is a table of contents. I'm very, I don't want to say OCD, but I'm pretty OCD when it comes to wedding planning, and I like to have everything in order. So I just have this table of contents. I'll just read it out for you rather than showing it to you because it might show up backwards. It just says ceremony, reception, rehearsal dinner, officiant / counseling, music, flowers, photography, wedding dress, guest list, cake, catering, bridesmaids, groomsmen, showers / engagement party, our registries, hotel / travel information, bachelor party, bachelorette party, marriage license / legal, insurance / appraisals, and honeymoon. Whew. So what I might do is each week after this one, go through one of these topics. I will try to list the table of contents down below if I remember. So definitely if there's a specific topic that you're interested in more than another, or if there is maybe a specific topic that you're just interested to see how I'm going to put it together or how I'm planning to put it together, feel free to leave that in the comments below, and I will definitely make a video about that. Okay, so the next thing that I have is this wedding timeline. I don't know if you can really read it. As I said, a lot of things are backwards. I have here a 2-year wedding planning timeline just because by the time we get married, we will have been engaged for just over 2 years. And what I've basically done is I've broken down everything that I want to do in like 4 to 5 month chunks in the beginning, and then as it gets closer I break it down in 1 month chunks, and then I put little boxes for to make it a checklist, so as I do things I check them off. So for example, for month 4 I have order the cake, prep for parties, meet with wedding party, dress fitting and accessories, have meeting with parents or key persons, hair and makeup trial, figure out music, and order favors. So, and then I have a little checkbox next to each one. If you're interested in seeing my timeline and how I'm planning to break up my wedding planning, let me know in the comments below, and that'll definitely be something I go through step by step with you in my next video. Okay. So next what I have is an actual calendar. I don't know if you can see it, but I have the month-to-month calendar. What I did was I literally printed double-sided because I was trying to save paper. Is I printed on my computer each month, and I put like what month it is. So I put like I basically labeled the month, like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, all the way down to 1, or I guess 0. Just so that when I'm looking at my timeline and then I'm comparing it to my actual calendar, I can have like an outline in front of me of, okay, this is what month we're on, and this is what I should be accomplishing within this bunch of months. So, yeah, so then what I did is I basically penciled in everything that I either have appointments for, like dress fittings, or if I have a meeting with somebody for the wedding, things like that. When I want to start making our wedding website, or when I want to start looking out for decor for maybe the ceremony or for the reception, working on registries, all of that stuff, even if it's stuff that doesn't necessarily have an appointment date, I try to put it in so that as the months go by and I'm checking off the days, I can begin to, I can make sure that everything gets done. Okay, so next I just have this little section of things that I found on Pinterest that I thought were very interesting. A lot of times, the reason I mentioned at the beginning to make a Pinterest board is because a lot of people don't, and because they feel like everybody's going to take ideas from Pinterest, but it's actually a really nice thing to have, and it's actually really, really helpful. So as I said, this next section, I basically, anything that I saw on Pinterest that I never really thought about, but that was actually a really, really good idea, I basically just wrote it down, and yeah, that's what's in this next section. So for example, this one I saved from contemporarybride.com, and it says, on your RSVPs, put a line for a requested song. This way you know what the audience wants to hear, and they'll get excited when their song comes on. So that's just an idea that I never really thought about, and it's actually a really cute idea. I can imagine that if I got an RSVP and I got the chance to choose a song, it just allows the reception to just be a little bit more entertaining and to be a little bit more involved. So that's about everything that I have for this video. As I said, definitely leave comments down below of what you're interested in hearing about, what you're planning for your wedding. If you need any help, feel free to just email me if you don't want to leave a comment, and I'll definitely be of as much help as I can. Yeah, happy planning.